My wonderful brothers and sisters, it's another wonderful and a very beautiful day that the Lord has actually enabled us to have. And today I was so much shocked, what you can say, perturbed, or even astonished when I heard that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has a following in the Middle East. Has a following in the Middle East, and Elder Bednar went there to minister to some of these wonderful brothers and sisters in the Middle East. Can you imagine? The church is in the Middle East, and the Arab world is actually embracing the church, embracing the gospel of Jesus Christ, which is something very great. So Elder Bednar ministered through Europe, and after ministering through Europe, he went as far as ministering in the Middle East, where the church members are, Middle East. Can you imagine? And this is something so great to behold, that the Lord is doing greater work in these last days. He's actually building up, and Zion is actually expounding in her boundaries, and as her beauty also increases. This is so great. And without further ado, let me just invite you so that we see what Elder Bednar actually did while ministering to these wonderful brothers and sisters. Please welcome.
When I think of teaching by Paul and to be in the place where he performed some of his ministry, it's a remarkable experience.
Elder David A. Bednar of the Quorum of the 12 Apostles of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, with his wife Susan, stood on the shores of Cyprus where the Apostle Paul of the ancient Church of Jesus Christ once walked.
When I am weak, I am strong. In service as a member of the Quorum of the 12, it's overwhelming, and certainly I feel weak. I think I relate to Paul in that regard.
The Bednars embarked on a 16-day ministry in mid-February 2025 to Europe and the Middle East.
Please join me inviting to the stage to receive the award Elder David A. Bednar.
In Abu Dhabi, UAE, Elder Bednar received the Tolerance Award at the commencement of the International Dialogue of Civilizations and Tolerance Conference organized through His Excellency Sheikh Nahyan bin Mubarak Al Nahyan. Elder Bednar delivered the keynote address.
Our church focuses on helping young people to learn, to act, to serve, and to become.
Elder Bednar spoke to distinguished guests about empowering youth for a tolerant future, the topic of the conference.
To assist our young people in the ongoing process of learning correct principles for themselves, we invite them to be agents who act on what they are learning and not just objects who are acted upon.
The Apostle's speech included messages similar to the remarks of His Excellency Sheikh Nahyan.
Our youth need a strong moral compass and strength of character. We must help our youth to fulfill their responsibility and make good decisions, even in the face of challenging circumstances.
True principles are true principles, and it was a great opportunity to teach truth in this particular forum. I very much appreciated that extension of that friendship by him in such a public way.
It was enjoyable for me to watch him be the keynote speaker in the conference. I felt like he did a great job representing the church.
In Dubai, UAE, the Bednars celebrated with dear friends 10 years of collaboration between the Church of Jesus Christ and the Sikh temple there. Two organizations working together to feed thousands who are hungry.
Over the years, we have contributed to that undertaking. And so tonight we're just celebrating how it's grown, how many people it's blessed.
I am really grateful to Almighty God for giving us this opportunity to have a partnership with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And the Gurdwara and the church have been doing this for the last 10 years.
How can you not love people named Surrender and Bubbles? To see them again, embrace them, is just wonderful.
In Berlin, Germany, young members of the church enjoyed spending Valentine's Day with an apostle.
I bring to you the love, the greetings, and the blessings of President Nelson, President Oaks, and President Eyring.
You can imagine, these are some of the things that we see when you see in these last days. You see how apostles are actually engaged to the work. They're really working hard to ensure that people know what the Lord requires of them and what the church can do for a community or for a people. And that is one of the greatest things that we are in the cause of actually gathering Israel. And the way the Lord commissioned that Israel must actually be gathered. Israel must be gathered. And the story of Elder Bednar and his ministry is actually one of the most inspiring stories ever when you just follow him and you listen to what he says and what he the messages he delivers to the people. Very inspiring messages, and that is something that makes you always feel the Spirit and understand that the Lord is actually serious in these last days. The Lord wants this work to be done, and He wants us to hasten the work. Now look at this way: if the apostles are busy ministering, I was just thinking, if an apostle is given another country to go minister, what about me, who is just within my ward and my elders quorum president has assigned me 2, 3, or 4 families to go minister to? How diligent am I? How diligent am I? How diligent am I? So you find it's about the faith that we have. It's not about the scope or the magnitude of the work, or maybe, but it is about the faith that we work. That if we have faith just like a mustard seed, that you have faith that you can minister to a brother within your ward or a family within your ward, that one in the eyes of God is equivalent to ministering to other countries and the people and all that. Because that is what Christ said, that he who has little, loveth little, and who has more loveth more. And if somebody will love with the small that he has, then definitely when they get that one which is bigger, they will actually be able to love. And I think in everything, God is actually measuring our faith and our diligence. That is the real key thing. I will only urge us, our brothers and sisters, to continue being diligent and continue being faithful and serve the Lord in everything that we do. We serve the Lord in everything that we do, and the Lord will affirm it. The Lord will affirm it. I love the ministries that the apostles do and what they actually, do to societies, communities, countries. This is very inspiring, very, very inspiring. Very, very inspiring. Otherwise, thank you very much. God bless you, and I will see you next time in the next video. Thank you. Thank you very much.